Oh.
Is Tech playing about as well as anybody in the Big 12 right now, or?
Yes. Yeah, they analytically, yes. And I mean, they're a couple seconds away from being undefeated in first place in the league. So Grant's done an amazing job. We always knew he was a great coach. That's why we hired him. We were so successful when he was here, but he really has them playing at a high level. And we all know how well Houston was playing prior to that game. And just shows you not only is Tech really good, but they're also deep, because to lose JT Toppin and then win there is pretty big statement.
What do you guys have to do well to win there?
Whenever you play on the road in the Big 12, first thing you got to do is you got to take care of the ball. You can't have live ball turnovers. You can't get them in transition, especially with their three-point capability. And they knocked down a couple threes. I don't know what their beverage costs are there, but they're awful cheap, I think, and that place gets wild.
You mentioned a branch of the tree, but your coaching tree did pretty well this past weekend. What does that say, I guess, about what
it's
you
our
guys
tree,
do
number
here?
one, but number two, happy for those guys. We support one another, family. It stinks for a couple hours, and then after that, it's back helping each other and supporting each other. And the good thing is you can take coaches in the league and make that a negative, or you can make it a positive. And I think our friendship has made it a positive, where we're there to support and help each other, because there are a lot of highs and lows in the Big 12, and we know what the lows feel like, and we know what the highs feel like. It's great to have family being a part of that.
Mm-hmm. And then we got the news about an hour ago, but Rob being named Big 12 Newcomer of the Week, second straight week for a Baylor player. What does that mean from you as a coach?
Yeah, we call those team awards. Team doesn't do well, individuals don't get rewarded. What's great about the Big 12 is we reward people that their teams win, and that's how it should be. And Rob's been phenomenal. As good a basketball player as Rob is, he might be an even better big brother. I mean, he's unbelievable with kids, and he's an unbelievable teammate, so it's so easy to cheer him on.
I guess with VJ being maybe banged up a bit, and then this stretch that you have the next 7 days, how do you kind of approach stretching out all your guys that you're able to work with right now?
Well, I mean, not only are you shorthanded with Langston, Jeremy, Jalen's been recovering, VJ's recovering, you got Jerry recovering, But the great thing is whoever we put out there, I know is going to play awful hard and try to make the Baylor family proud. So we'll know a lot more, obviously, after practice today and tomorrow. The one thing I just make sure Dave Snyder knows, his goal is not to have a better five than we have in the gym. So.
VJ was an ankle, was that?
Yes. Yeah.
How close?
And VJ's it wasn't bad, and VJ's a tough kid, and VJ's a quick healer, and VJ's a winner. So if he can go, he'll go. It'll be us holding them back, which you respect and appreciate.
And then you mentioned it the other day, but Jeremy was close the other day.
Yeah.
I would assume that makes him closer for tomorrow? Or?
Yeah, close gets closer. So, again, we're hoping to have him and Lang back sooner rather than later. And each day we go out and see how things go, and then we go from there. But I know both those guys have been working really hard. Both of them were great on the bench. Gave a great advice, really helped out their teammates. But I know they rather play than coach.
Is there things you could take out of that second half from the other day and build on? I mean, that you guys did well?
Yeah, definitely. It's one thing to have a great comeback. But I always say it's like going to work. If you don't get the paycheck, it's hard, and the paycheck's the win. And, I mean, we had great effort against BYU, but you didn't get the paycheck. And to come back and why mean, we've all seen so many sporting events, and normally you don't come back. If you do come back and you don't get over the hill, then you lose it. And for us to come back and then go down 10 and come back over after VJ went out, to me, that was why it was a Gideon story and why I thought it was a miracle. And Kansas basketball's been around how long?
A long time.
Yeah, so, I mean, that to have the biggest comeback just shows you. Doesn't happen often against a Coach Self team, for sure.
What are you looking for from Jaden in these next couple games, and maybe just bouncing back from a slow couple of games?
Yeah, if he takes the right shots, he's a 40+% shooter. I think our only problem is when he doesn't shoot quick enough. So just him being aggressive, looking for a shot, taking his shot. But Jaden's, I mean, he's got a big old cut, and he's just a warrior. He's going to give you what he has, and if anything, losing with him, he's giving you what he has. We just want to be more confident offensively because when he shoots it, we think it's going in. So he's due for one of those 7 for 8 games, and hopefully it's this week.
I think looking back on that.
That was 7 for 8 from 3 too, by the way. We got other buckets we want too.
I'm pretty sure in that second half, Jalen, he might have airballed 2 threes, and then right after that, he went on a tear, kind of help you all get back in the game. How does that kind of speak just his role of just being acclimated here? Just like he's not, he's continuing to fight through everything.
That's a great question, and I think that's one. His teammates deserve a lot of credit because the team does a great job of supporting one another, and he's earned the trust and respect where if he shoots it and misses, we only get mad if he doesn't shoot the next one. So that's a great place to be in. And even though coaches say it even means more when teammates do. And with Jalen's one of those guys where, again, every time he shoots, you feel like it's going in. Now, we tell our rebounders it's not always going to go in, so go get that rebound in case he misses.
You take those shoes with you?
Man, them shoes were fire. So I think we're going to auction them and give whatever money raised to whatever cancer, pediatric or whatever she would want. Remy, she deserves it.
Are there things you can take out of that second half against Kansas and build on as things that y'all did well?
Yeah. We just showed a lot of resilience, and similar to the Arizona game, we were down, but the Arizona game, I feel like I didn't play, but I feel like the guys on the court, we didn't believe we could come back until it was too late. This game, we believed from the get-go, so we were able to make that run and ultimately get the job done. So, yeah, just know that we're a tough team. Even if we're down, we're more than capable of coming back. So, yeah.
It seems like in those big games, that's been the difficulty is starting fast or maybe playing 2 halves of good basketball. What does a win like this past weekend do for your confidence as a team moving forward?
I mean, it's a huge one. Obviously, I'm new here, but I know that Baylor and Kansas have a little in-conference rivalry. So overall, just a big win in general. Nevertheless, the fact that it was such a big comeback, like you said. So obviously, we're not trying to play in games like that too often because you never want to be down that much to such a well-respected team like Kansas and Bill Self. But like I said, we're just more than capable of coming back from anything. We got to stop coming back from that, but we're more than capable of doing that.
Yeah, and then another rivalry coming up out in Lubbock.
Yeah.
How do you approach that now playing in one of those rivalry games in the Big 12?
We're just excited for it. Obviously, it's an away game, so it's going to be the same atmosphere we just had, but for the other team, we're in their home, we're in their arena, so we're not going to expect anything. It's really just the guys out there on the court, the guys wearing the Baylor on the front that are with us, and we just got to go in there and fight. The one top team in the country, well-coached program. It's going to be a dogfight for sure.
I know if, let's say VJ's not able to go tomorrow, you'll have a tough game then. They got Houston next week and UCF Saturday. So do you feel like you maybe carry the weight a little bit of having to kind of stretch really thin these next 7 days? And, how do you kind of handle that and maybe teammates handle that?
Me personally?
Yeah, you or just any of y'all in general?
I feel like we just have that next man up mentality. Obviously, we're a much better team with VJ. He's shown that throughout conference play, throughout the season, honestly. But without a doubt, we just if he can't play, we know that we just have to be next man up, fight for your brother, and then we still more than capable of getting the job done. But obviously, we'd want him to play. We want to be healthy.
I asked Scott about you. You made some pretty key shots in that second half after a couple misses, I think, but they kept on feeding it to you. And how do you feel like, that confidence you have from your teammates, how has that kind of helped you, especially you being new here and everything? How has that helped you mid-season?
No, it's a blessing. Not a lot of people have such not a lot of people are given such high respect. Before I even kind of proving myself here, everyone believed in me. So in a game like that, where I think I started off, I played horrible in the first half, and then I made my first two, and I airballed the next ones. So, but after that, Rob told me you're gonna hit the big shot, seal the game. Coach Drew's like, you want this shot? I'm like, yeah. So they just have confidence in me. It's just a blessing. Big Josh had confidence in me. So, just fortunate to be in that position for sure.
Josh, there was a couple of big-time defensive plays that you guys made to really lock up that game. How do you think that played into, I guess, maybe just the confidence that you had and the confidence you guys will have going into Lubbock?
First off, I'll probably say the big part of the way the outcome of the game came out was belief. I feel like the whole team was buying on believing, even though we're down 21, we still got this game. And also, I just feel like I said, when it comes down to defense, as long as everyone is on the same page in defense, a lot of good things happen. So I feel like believing and we're together and playing the same defense. And if you guys look at it, nothing changed from the first half defense to the second half. It was still the same defense we were playing. I just feel like we all buy in and believe oh yeah, we can do this, and good result happened. Yeah.
Jalen, when VJ went down, was it hard not to go, oh no, not again? Because y'all have had a lot of injuries. I mean, do you start to feel snake bit a little bit?
Yeah, 100%. Even just as outside of basketball, seeing your little brother go down, it's hard, man. We've been through lots of team, and like you said, when one of your best players goes down, it's rough. No matter what the team is. Obviously, we have other injuries. People are dealing with injuries. People are sidelined right now. So, it was for sure hard. But luckily, a couple of our guys rallied together. Not a couple, all of us honestly rallied together, and we're fortunate enough to make a couple plays and end the game on top.
Yeah. Josh, when you are shorthanded like y'all have been, balancing being aggressive versus not getting foul trouble, what is that like?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys notice, but most of the times when we have timeouts and stuff, the coaches are always saying be smart, because apparently we short on guys of rotation. We have 6 players playing right now, so yeah, it's just basically staying smart, just being smart, but also being aggressive, aggressive and being smart, don't commit no unnecessary fouls, but also still play good defense. So yeah.
Jalen, kind of thinking about Jason off the bench and getting his confidence going. He missed a couple of shots too, seemed a little dejected. What has your advice been to him throughout this? And it almost seems like both of you are the people that are going to have to step in if the 3 guys can't go.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my advice to Jason would just be trust your work. We got here in June, and I've seen Jason put in the work every single day. He came into a new environment, first year in college, so probably the biggest adjustment he's ever had to make. And every day I just saw him just win the day. So just trust your work, have confidence, and just stick to what you're good at. And we know what you're good at. We're not going to tell him not to do what he's good at. We're going to instill confidence in him because that's our brother, and we need him to win.
Josh, Tech is known for having rowdy fans. I mean, what have you told these new guys about what to expect in Lubbock?
To me, I would just say coming from a game we just won. Most of the times, teams get into the good feeling of we just won, so we good. It's gonna be an easy game. And right now we're not playing at home. We don't have the crowd and stuff. So I just feel like we need to lock back into okay, we got to win on Saturday. So now we can also go over there and also get a win if we, like I said, believe in each other and have confidence and just going in. Because like I said, playing at Tech is a tough environment to play at because I've played here my 2 years and I know it's actually hard to play there. But like I said, one thing that we need to understand is just going into the game having each other's back as a team. Even though, like I said, we have some injured guys who are not able to play, but they're not always they're always giving us energy on the bench, even though they're not playing. Like you can see Lansing and Jeremy saying, "Oh, you just guys have to like believe in yourself. Like we got this." Every time someone hit a shot, they're always celebrating for like the teammates and stuff. So I just feel like being together and believing in like each other is going to actually help us a lot going to play at Tech team.
Anybody else? Okay. All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.